What's up YouTube, this is Racco, and this is a deck profile for Hieratic. It hasn't been updated for a while, but I made a new account, so I don't have any other older videos on here. But whatever. First thing to say, please like and sub. You'll make my day, and I just want to get more popular on here so I can do more stuff. Thinking about doing contests for Amazon gift cards, your cards, or whatever. Tournaments. If I can get a lot of likes, I'll do a contest for Amazon gift cards. All it takes is a like and a sub, and I'll think about doing it. So I'm just gonna run through the deck list for this. This one's really protective against spells and traps. Now it can fight pretty much anything, really, any meta decks. This is a meta deck, but it can fight Zectors, which is the main meta deck out there right now. Not a lot of people are playing windups right now. It's just Dino Rabbit and Zectors are really the only threat to this deck. So I'm going to run through the deck list and show you how it works. So here we go. 3 Tefnuit. Tefnuit's just like a Cyber Dragon, just special summons it and starts your engine. You don't have to tribute anything to summon it. It's just not even a normal summon, you just special summon it right from your hand. Start tributing it off for Nebthet and Su. And Su is your other level 6. 2200 attack, 1000 defense. This card just eats your opponent's back row fast. And you get that, you tribute something to destroy your opponent's back row. The tributed monster's effect, you summon one of your vanillas, making a tum using Su or whatever other level 6. And your newly summoned vanilla. Sorry if it's a bit noisy out here. I'm out in my backyard, but whatever. So Su is just your main level 6 guy to exceed with, and keeps your opponent's back row clear. 3 Nebthet. Nebthet's like Su's opposite. He destroys monsters. Same cost, same everything. Just he's level 5, and he tributes heretics to destroy monsters instead of spells and traps. So, he's good just to destroy any dangerous stuff, and, before I didn't run Nebthet, because I thought it was cloggy and would mess up your OTK, but really it doesn't, because you need a handful of heretics, because if you're not going to exceed with this, just tribute it off to do something else, or if you're not going to activate its effect, tribute it off for a Su, or whatever else you need, because you need a lot of monsters in your hand fast. 3 Eset, it's like Tefnuit's sidekick. You normal summon him without tributing, and then you start tributing stuff off to summon. He can make himself level 6 if you have a vanilla on the field, so you can still exceed with him for pretty much anything. Wattaildragon and Luster number 2, because Chain Disappearance is running around like mad, and you'll get really messed up if you lose both, so one of each. 2 Radish Darkness Metals, because 3's cloggy, and you only need 2 to pull off the loop. 3 Cardcar Ds. Cardcar D just loads up your hand with heretics and gets whatever else you need in your hand. 2 Effect Veiler, because priority's gone and it's good. 3 Convocations just to get a Tefnuit or whatever else you need in your hand. 2 Pot of Dualities. You don't need 3 Pot of Dualities, because if you have 3 Pot of Dualities and 3 Cardcars, you're going to continuously draw into Cardcars or more Pot of Dualities. So, altogether, you just need 2 and then 3 Cardcars. I run 3 Cardcars just to get that extra card in your hand, because you won't get that with Pot of Duality. Sure, you get a selection of cards, but Cardcar will give you an extra card, which is nice. Pot of Duality doesn't do that. 3 MSTs, because back rows can be a problem, and luckily I come armed with everything to stop, negate, and destroy any spell and traps. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm just to clear back rows, and Dark Holes destroy any nasty monsters on the field. You can run Wingbeat of a Giant Dragon, Bounce Back Tefnuit, destroy back row, resummon Tefnuit. Really no loss there. But it can be cloggy, so I think I have enough stuff to stop spells and traps. Book of Moon and Monster Reborn. Book of Moon is just there because when you need it, it's there. It helps a lot. And Monster Reborn is just there to summon whatever, obviously. 3 Dark Bribes, because spells and traps are a problem, so if you get, like, Dark Bribe an MST, or whatever else. All you really need is one like MST or a Dark Bribe, because usually your opponent will set 2 to 3 spells and traps, and you can destroy all that stuff with Su, too, and bribes and MSTs. So Dark Bribes are needed. I see a lot of people not running Dark Bribes. I mean, I've been playing Hieratic builds, and my opponent will swarm, and I'll drop a Torrential, and they have nothing to do about it, which is sad because their entire OTK is ruined, and they just quit. Torrential Tribute, because if you leave empty and your opponent summons something really bad, just Torrential it. And the Solemns are there for spells and traps, and any nasty monsters. Some people just run a ton of monsters. They just summon monsters because they think, oh, I'm just going to OTK you. You can't just load up a deck with monsters and go around and just like, oh, watch out, world, here comes a Hieratic Duelist. Because you need the defense against whatever else. Because, number one, players on DN, when they OTK, it doesn't really mean anything because half the players on DN are noobs and scrubs. And it's really hard to find a good meta player because the real world's going to be playing meta, Inzectors, Dino Rabbit, and all that stuff, and the people on DN are just like, oh, look at me, I'm playing whatever, Agent Fairies, Machinas, just random stuff. So really it's just hard to find a good duel on DN because rating really means nothing, because you get the rating from just playing around on rated duels, playing a bunch of people who don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Half the people on there barely know anything. So, you really need to come armed to fight the meta because half the players who play meta on DN are playing it bad. So, really, and DN stacks. The shuffling system's garbage. So, you may get an OTK hand like every single game. It's not going to happen in real life unless you have perfect cards, because DN just doesn't do it. So, you really need to come prepared for anything, because there's Veilers flying everywhere. I never get hit with a Veiler on DN, which is sad, because people should be running it now that priority's gone. So you really need to come prepared, because you're going to play so many matchups that just negate stuff. Veilers are really the only threat to this deck. Dino Rabbit and Inzectors are really the only thing that can kill this deck, but I can side against them, and I'll be fine. So whatever though. Extra. 3 Tums. You only need 2 Tums for the OTK, but I like 3 because I can summon 3 usually. 3 Thunder Charger because Tum's gonna be useless. And 2 Stellar Guys that just bounce stuff to your opponent's hand. 6 and a 5. Alright. Gustav Maxx just there for the OCG. Don't, if you're playing this in real life, don't run this because we probably won't get in TCG, because if we do, our tick will be more broken than it already is. Heliopolis because I can side in 8s, 2 Exbeetle because it's good, Volcasaurus to deal damage and you can make Guy over it, and the 2 Strike Bouncers because if I'm playing like Macrocosmos, whatever, and I want to finish off with this, then it'll negate stuff. Side deck, I'm not even going to talk about the monsters right now, really. DD Crow against Inzectors, obviously. This if I want to run Heliopolis. This is because it's good. A Tom will summon it, it'll be attack and defense 0. Attack and exceed, banish it, it'll come back, reset, or with more attack. Maxx because a lot of swarming decks. Fiendish Chain is good against any meta deck, really. Macrocosmos will kill Inzectors. It won't really hurt you. You can take out Red Eyes and Monster Reborn and some other stuff to put in these. And then you can just, instead of making it Tums to summon Red Eyes and whatever you want to do, you can just make Bouncers and Constellars instead. And that'll just basically take care of it all, because you'll be fine. You don't need OTK because you already have shut down your opponent's deck. So that's that. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because the only darks you have is Red Eyes, and you don't really need Red Eyes, because if you're shutting down another deck, they're not going to do anything to you without Red Eyes. So that's the deck. Please like it. Please sub. We'll see ya.